Welcome to the Gwendolyn Reading Method. So what is it, you might ask, this method of yours? Well, it's a method I developed right after college in order to get out of and stay out of a rather severe reading slump I was in. I'm not sharing this with you because I think this is the be-all end-all way to read. I'm sharing this with you because I want you to start thinking, hey, there's more than one way to read, and that's okay. I want you to start thinking critically about all the different ways to read and just develop your own self-tailored way that, just maximizes your joy of reading. Here's the short rundown of my method. We'll go deeper on these points in other videos, but here's the overview. Develop a community of book lovers with similar tastes as your own, so you can discover books that you are more likely to love and enjoy. Tumblr, Twitter, and YouTube are all great places to find people with similar tastes. And then you can follow them on sites like Goodreads, so you can easily add their recommendations to a to-read list. You're never going to be at a lack for ideas on what to read next. Go deep on the many different ways you can get books to find the perfect mix for you. That might be your local library, bookstore, or even online. And remember, if your local library branch doesn't have the exact book you're looking for, often they'll be part of an area interlibrary exchange program. So you can place a hold at one library and the book will be shipped to your local library branch. It's like Netflix for books, but it's free. I found that what I want to read in the bright light of day is entirely different than what I want to read right before bed when my brain is tired. If that's you too, don't be ashamed if you have multiple books going on at the same time. Can't seem to motivate yourself to sit down and read that big old classic for hours on end? I find that for books that are dense, deep, or emotionally draining, I can only read them for short periods of time, and then I need to stop and let what I've read sink in. If you're having difficulty finishing a book, but still think it's a worthwhile read, tell yourself that you only have to read that book for 10 minutes a day, and then you can read anything you want. It's amazing how many thick honking books I've finished by only reading them 10 minutes at a time, but every single day. And it's also amazing how many of these have turned out to be some of my favorite books. So those are the basics of my method. Your method may be entirely different, and that's okay. I want this to be a place where we can discuss all the different methods, tips, and tricks that we've all discovered to supercharge our reading lives. My method is always evolving, and I'm always open to new ideas. Pile them on. Oh, and if you do try any of my reading method, I'm always excited to hear the unique ways you adapt it to fit your own reading style.